1 Kings. Chapter 4. Verse 1. So King Solomon ruled over all Israel. Verse 2. And these were his chief officials. Azariah son of Zadok, the priest. Verse 3. Elihorph and Ahir, sons of Shisha, secretaries. Jehoshaphat son of Ahilud, recorder. Verse 4. Benaiah son of Jehoiada, commander-in-chief. Zadok and Abiathar, priests. Verse 5. Azariah son of Nathan, in charge of the district governors. Zabud son of Nathan, a priest and advisor to the king. Verse 6. Ahisha, palace administrator. Adoniram son of Abda, in charge of forced labor. Verse 7. Solomon had 12 district governors over all Israel, who supplied provisions for the king and the royal household. Each one had to provide supplies for 1 month in the year. Verse 8. These are their names. Ben-Hur, in the hill country of Ephraim. Verse 9. Ben-Decker, in Makkah. Shalbam, Beth-Shemesh and Elon Bethanan. Verse 10. Ben-Hezd, in Arabath. Soko and all the land of Hepher were his. Verse 11. Ben-Abinadab, in Naphoth Dor. He was married to Taphath daughter of Solomon. Verse 12. Baana son of Ahilud, in Tanakh and Megiddo, and in all of Beth-Shan next to Zarethan below Jezreel. From Beth-Shan to Abel-Meholah across to Jokmeam. Verse 13. Ben-Geber, in Ramoth-Gilead. The settlements of Jair son of Manasseh in Gilead were his, as well as the region of Argob in Bashan and its 60 large walled cities with bronze gate bars. Verse 14. Ahinadab son of Iddo, in Mahanaim. Verse 15. Ahimaaz, in Naphtali. He had married Basemath daughter of Solomon. Verse 16. Baana son of Hushai, in Asher and in Alath. Verse 17. Jehoshaphat son of Peruah, in Issachar. Verse 18. Shimei son of Elah, in Benjamin. Verse 19. Geber son of Uri, in Gilead, the country of Sihon king of the Amorites and the country of Og king of Bashan. He was the only governor over the district. Verse 20. The people of Judah and Israel were as numerous as the sand on the seashore. They ate, they drank and they were happy. Verse 21. And Solomon ruled over all the kingdoms from the Euphrates River to the land of the Philistines, as far as the border of Egypt. These countries brought tribute and were Solomon's subjects all his life. Verse 22. Solomon's daily provisions were 30 cors of the finest flour and 60 cors of meal. Solomon's daily provisions were 30 cors of the finest flour and 60 cors of meal. Verse 23. 10 head of stall-fed cattle, 20 of pasture-fed cattle and 100 sheep and goats, as well as deer, gazelles, roebucks and choice fowl. Verse 24. For he ruled over all the kingdoms west of the Euphrates River, from Tifsa to Gaza, and had peace on all sides. Verse 25. During Solomon's lifetime Judah and Israel, from Dan to Beersheba, lived in safety, everyone under their own vine and under their own fig tree. Verse 26. Solomon had 4,000 stalls for chariot horses, and 12,000 horses. Solomon had 4,000 stalls for chariot horses, and 12,000 horses. Verse 27. The district governors, each in his month, supplied provisions for King Solomon and all who came to the king's table. They saw to it that nothing was lacking. Verse 28. They also brought to the proper place their quotas of barley and straw for the chariot horses and the other horses. Verse 29. God gave Solomon wisdom and very great insight, and a breadth of understanding as measureless as the sand on the seashore. Verse 30. Solomon's wisdom was greater than the wisdom of all the people of the East. and greater than all the wisdom of Egypt. Verse 31. He was wiser than anyone else, including Ethan the Ezrahite, wiser than Heman, Calcol and Dada, the sons of Mahol, and his fame spread to all the surrounding nations. Verse 32. He spoke 3,000 proverbs and his songs numbered 1,005. Verse 33. He spoke about plant life, from the cedar of Lebanon to the hyssop that grows out of walls. He also spoke about animals and birds, reptiles and fish. Verse 34. From all nations people came to listen to Solomon's wisdom, sent by all the kings of the world, who had heard of his wisdom.